Shen Yu has played the girl next door, the campus sweetheart, and the kind of character audiences instantly feel at home with. But what happens when the character she plays suddenly discovers her entire life is fake, and the story has already decided she has to die? That is the world of One Day in July, and fans are treating this one completely differently. This is not just another youth romance. It is not just another fantasy drama. And by the end of this video, you will understand exactly why so many fans believe this could be one of Shen Yu's most important roles yet. Here on Asian Star Spotlight, we don't just talk about Shen Yu's dramas and co-stars. We explore the stories, the facts, and the possibilities behind her journey. So if that sounds like your kind of content, subscribe and join us. One Day in July is an upcoming 24-episode fantasy romance produced by Huace Film and TV and expected to air on Mango TV. What immediately caught fans' attention is not just the cast. It is what this drama represents. The series is the official Chinese live-action adaptation of the popular Korean webtoon July Found by Chance, the same story that inspired the beloved K-drama Extraordinary You. That means this project already comes with something many new dramas do not have: a passionate international audience who already knows this world and has been waiting to see how Shen Yu makes it her own. The premise sounds simple until you realize what it actually means. Shen Yu plays Aki, an ordinary high school girl who suddenly wakes up to a terrifying truth. Everything she has ever known, her family, friends, memories, and her future, is part of a romance comic. She is not a real person. She is only a supporting character inside someone else's story. And then she discovers something worse. The author has already written her ending. Because Aki suffers from a congenital heart condition, she is destined to die young so that another character's story can continue. Most people would accept that fate, but Aki refuses. Instead of following the script written for her, she decides to fight back. Not against another character or a villain, but against the story itself. And that is when everything begins to fall apart. To change her destiny, Aki teams up with Shi San, played by Edward Chen. But Shi San is not an ordinary male lead. He does not even have a proper role. He is a background extra, someone the story barely notices. Together they begin changing events that were never meant to change. Every decision creates new cracks. Characters start questioning their own reality. The comic world produces strange glitches, and before long, the world itself begins trying to erase them. This is not just about romance. It is about identity, choice, and one powerful question: what would you do if someone else had already written your life? For years, Shen Yu became famous for playing warm, relatable characters. Characters who comfort audiences. Characters who make people smile. But Aki demands something completely different. She is not simply reacting to life. She is questioning reality itself. She has to balance innocence, fear, determination, humor, vulnerability, and quiet rebellion, all while living inside a fictional universe that is literally trying to correct itself. That is an incredibly layered performance, and it may be one of the most emotionally demanding characters she has ever taken on. Here is what I keep coming back to. In 2026, Shen Yu is no longer relying on one familiar image. Be With Me showed a quieter, emotionally restrained performance. The Decisive Moment introduced a completely different historical character. And now, One Day in July pushes her into fantasy, psychological drama, and metafiction all at once. Instead of repeating what already made her successful, she is choosing roles that challenge both herself and her audience. What I find almost poetic about this specific story is the parallel that is hard to ignore. Aki discovers someone else has written her future, and instead of accepting it, she decides to rewrite it herself. In many ways that feels strangely familiar. Shen Yu has quietly built her own path outside the traditional industry blueprint. Continued growing, taking risks and continued proving she can be far more than the image people first placed on her. Aki refuses to let someone else decide who she becomes. And perhaps Shen Yu has been doing exactly the same thing. That theme of rewriting expectations connects directly to what I am covering in my next video, a full look at her complete 2026 slate, and why so many fans believe this could be her biggest year yet. You will not want to miss it, so turn your notifications on. Have you watched Extraordinary You or read July Found by Chance? And after hearing the story, what are you most excited to see Shen Yu bring to this role? Drop it in the comments. I read every single one. If you enjoy videos like this and you'd like to support the channel, you can now become a member by tapping the join button next to subscribe. Your support helps me continue creating a positive home for Shen Yu fans all around the world, and I truly appreciate every single one of you. If this video helped you understand why One Day in July has fans so excited, like it, subscribe if you have not already, and turn on your notifications. A girl trapped inside a story, determined to rewrite the ending chosen for her. Played by an actress who continues rewriting expectations with every new role. One Day in July is expected on Mango TV around August 13, 2026. And let's hope it gets released then. Take care, and I will see you in the next one.